Are you having a hard time concentrating on your work? Perhaps you tend to procrastinate endlessly and afterward, you beat yourself for not doing what matters. Most people have priorities in their life, but it seems too easy nowadays to spend your time distracted on social media or perhaps watching Netflix until your eyes bleed. This year, you are going to change your life. You will not allow yourself to be the same person by the end of the year. And the way to do this is none other than going into a monk mode period. First, what is monk mode? It is the state of being completely focused on and only on important tasks. In monk mode, there are no women, no alcohol, no fun, only your priorities. I know that doesn't sound very fun and appealing. Why would a person completely cut their 50 hours of Netflix to get lame work done? Well, because that lame work is important. Without working on it, your tomorrow next month and years to come will look like exactly where you are at this moment in life. If you don't like your current financial situation, health, or other aspects, you need to change. My guess is you're spending way too much time on distractions. If you're hanging around negative people, then probably cutting them temporarily or permanently isn't bad too. You may wonder how you can determine that. Ask yourself, are these people growing? Are they trying to become wiser and better every day? Or spend their time dwelling in bad habits and complaining about their life. You might not think they influence you, but everyone does. Usually, their influence goes under your radar, and you only see it after detaching from them for a while. The truth is, most people don't want to see others in their group outgrowing them. As soon as that happens, they try to put them down through negative criticism. Remember, you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. So, putting a monk mode stamp on those people may be a good decision. Once you cut most distractions, you only have one choice: to focus on what matters. Now, how should you start monk mode? Things nowadays have gotten out of hand. We have so many distractions, and mobiles have made everything worse. Most people have tens of mobile apps constantly beeping all day long, starving for attention. Nearly all these apps, social media platforms, video games have teams of engineers working on them to make them addicting. Facebook has been announcing they would remove their like system for about 5 or more years, and to this day they haven't done anything regarding it. Do you think their platform would be as successful if they excluded this? Of course not. We have a neurochemical called dopamine that makes us feel good, which gets released when we do good actions. Basically, a way of our body rewarding itself. Dopamine was helpful for our ancestors who lived in less distracting times, and it pushed them to go hunting or do other activities that were beneficial to their community. However, our body doesn't know how to tell what is truly good for us. Therefore, dopamine gets released into our bodies for the most irrelevant reasons. For instance, you got a few hundred likes on the selfie you posted on Facebook. Or for others, it may be some achievement on some game. Often people wonder why they procrastinate, and one of the biggest hidden reasons has to do with dopamine. When your body is obtaining it from easier sources, you feel bored whenever you try less dopamine-intense activities. That's why the way to solving this problem is entering monk mode. This practice will reset your body to its natural state, how it's supposed to be. Lastly, make a habit of the boring fundamentals. This means realizing that the boring fundamentals are not boring. Most successful people do the same repetitive actions on a day-to-day basis. When you are playing a game, you are logging on every single day and are repeating the same thing over and over to slowly level up over time, right? You're killing monsters, you're going through dungeons, you're doing the same thing to stack experience. So you need to transfer that into the real world and move the levers that will actually take you towards your goals. These are fundamentals, these are principles, these aren't tactics. And so, you must understand that these are not boring. They seem boring on the surface when you look at someone else doing it day in, day out. You may go like, oh, this guy writes for 30 minutes every morning. Oh, that seems so boring, but it's mastery over misery. And so the question that everyone asks when you start something new is, when will I see some results? The right answer to that is, stop asking that question. Otherwise, you're going to get an answer that you don't want to hear, and it's going to throw you off track. It takes years. It takes an entire lifetime of trial and error to create the perfect project you dream of. Get comfortable with that thought. You will hear this in every origin story of a successful person. So, flip the switch inside of you this new year. Flip the switch inside of you and build a foundation that will carry you into the life.
If you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to drop a like and comment your thoughts on the matter. Make sure you subscribe, as we have a lot more videos coming out which will elevate your status in life. With that said, see you all soon.